Hello, 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 beautiful people. How are you today? Today is another episode of Relax and Raunchy Relationships podcast with me, Ingrid Galloway. I almost forgot my own name. Hey! And I have an awesome guest today, people. Cathy, she specializes in exercise for women over the age of 50. I think a lot of my viewers will benefit from what she has to share because she has this wealth of knowledge. But to properly introduce you to Cathy, Cathy has been a personal trainer for over 15 years, and prior to this she worked in the corporate world. Must be lots of stress. And she has recently launched Femme Fatale. I love this name, Femme Fatale. Oh, so passionate, and I think can fit the raunchy relationship category. We can be in line. And it is an online fitness and wellness platform for women 50 and over. Great niche there. In the past, exercise had pulled Cathy through a painful divorce. So she turned to exercise. Very, very good. She exercise made her feeling confident again after the painful divorce, in control, and gave her joy. And this led her to become a personal trainer and running a business called Mums the Word Fitness for 15 years. So now she's pivoting online. Femme Fatale is here. Welcome, Cathy.
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, it helped me through divorce and helped me through being a mum for the first time. So
yes, being a mum is not easy.
No, it was just didn't have the confidence, didn't have a lot of experience with kids. So my husband did. I thought I'd drop him in the bath or he'd fall off the bed or things like that, and didn't have the self-esteem to feel good about that. So exercise had helped me before, so it helped me again. And so I like to share that with new mums when I did Mums the Word Fitness, and now with older ladies, we're not old, but you're not 20, in having a fulfilling life, wellness, holistic wellness, So that's when Femme Fatale, which is a very raunchy name, was born. So yeah.
Amazing, awesome.
Yeah.
So I'm curious, Cathy, to find your why. What is your why?
My why is to share that experience with other women, because I know firsthand how it helped me being with other people, training and exercising. I mean, it boosts your mood as well, gives you natural endorphins, so it makes you feel better anyway. And I've seen, I got a referral the other day, which is a bit long to read, but basically I helped someone who'd had some injuries all her life and a lot of pain all her life, and was nervous about doing exercise classes.
Yes.
And because of online, I can reach anywhere. And one of my school friends lives in the Central Coast, and works with this woman. So she told the woman about the classes.
Yeah.
And of course, she trusted Kerry. She came on, and she's just been coming to every single class that I do.
How often do you do these classes online?
We do 5 classes. I do 5 classes a week myself.
Wow.
And then we also have yoga and Pilates on the schedule now.
Yeah.
And we also will be adding some meditation.
Amazing.
Down the line as well. So she comes to every class she can.
Wow.
And just feels better, looks better, has less pain.
Yeah.
So that's why, when you get that sort of message, you just feel really good, and what you're doing is working. So that's why I do what I do. Yeah.
Amazing. Thank you so much for sharing that. And yeah, pain is powerful because pain can be so debilitating. And once you can free up that, it's awesome.
Now, do I read about you now?
Yeah.
I wasn't sure what I was supposed to do. So I've just got your notes. And as I said, I've been, I saw you speak at one of those breakfasts that you
Yeah.
do, and I was very impressed. You know, how you got everybody up and involved with the dancing and the singing and, you know, that sort of stuff. So you're
Yeah.
very vibrant and passionate about what you do.
Oh, thank you. Just a heads up, people, just in case you don't know what Cathy is talking about. I go to networking meetings with a networking group regularly,
Yes.
and sometimes, you know, the members become the speaker, and I happen to speak, and Cathy came as a guest. So yeah, she really enjoyed that. My approach to speaking is quite different, don't you think?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and it was fun. It was fun.
Yeah.
As I said, getting people in, and that's, I'm a bit the same. When I have to do a talk, which I actually do at a networking function that I go to,
Yeah.
that you know some of the people at, I had to do
Yep.
the same thing. And you just try and make it a little bit more interesting, you
That's
know,
right.
about yourself.
Yeah, not just reading from a paper. Yeah, we're just like boring.
Yeah. I mean,
We're not boring people, Cathy.
yeah, that's right. Definitely not that. So, but the funny thing that happened when I was doing my talk, because I'm in an apartment, and the doorbell rang, the buzzer rang right in the middle of my presentation,
Yeah.
and no one else is here. So I had to go, sorry, run out, run down the stairs fast so I could run, because it was a parcel. You know, you have to sign for them now and everything.
Right.
So there's a little pause. So, but you're going to make, you know, you just got to do what you do and, you know, make light of those things. But yeah.
Exactly.
So
You made it work.
I made it work. It was recorded, so it just has to be edited. I'll leave the room.
Yes. By the way, we won't edit anything because I'm no longer a perfectionist, so this recording will go.
Well, let's
through.
hope the doorbell doesn't ring again.
Oh, yeah, that's all right. Okay, so Cathy, what do you have to say about me?
Oh, well, I'm saying you. Well, I've said that, but I will just say you're the founder, relationship coach and chief relaxation officer of, now I have to read this, so I hope I say it right, KAHYANGAN, is that right?
No, it's KAHYANGAN.
Oh, yeah.
That's okay.
Rolls off your tongue, which means heaven, which is a wellness clinic in Sydney, 5 Dock, I believe. Is that right?
That's right.
She's been a relationship coach for 11 years and a spa therapist for 21 years. God, you must have strong hands. And she's used to looking after thousands of highly stressed clients from all over the world. Now, I think at your little talk, did someone ask you if you've ever massaged a celebrity?
Yes.
And the answer was,
Well, donkey.
what?
Donkey, which is the alias name for the frontman of Pearl Jam. So
That's
there
right.
you go.
That was very funny. See, I listened, I remember. And you do this, treat people online in their office. Oh, sorry, but see, something always happens. I will turn that off now. Sorry about that, guys. See, this is real. This is
Yep.
real. Yeah, so sorry. I always forget to do that. Yeah, and so your work is focused on stress, relaxation, and relationships, and you work with singles and couples, don't you?
That's correct. Yes.
And you do retreats, and didn't you just do one recently?
No. The retreats are upcoming.
Oh, coming.
Yes. Virtual retreat and an in-person retreat. Yeah. So probably, well, newsflash, people, probably Cathy can be one of the guest speaker in the virtual retreat. Oh, doing exercise.
Cool.
That would be awesome. Yeah.
Okay, so the next thing I think we've got to talk about is the true or false, the statement.
Oh, not yet. Yeah, we'll share 3 tips first.
Oh, yeah. Okay.
It's okay. So, Cathy, what are your 3 tips on menopause and exercise?
Oh, well, my 3 tips on menopause is...
Yeah, because obviously those are your strength. Yeah, your expertise.
Well, I guess having been through menopause since I was 45, and
Yeah.
I'm now just turned 60.
Yeah.
A long time, and I got everything. I got the hot flushes. I got the being irritable. I
Yeah.
got the night sweats. Not so much originally weight gain, a little bit of weight gain. That wasn't the main thing, but the night sweats and the hot flushes were my worst thing. And also, I have osteoporosis, so that's an issue as well. And lack of sleep is another thing. And so, being a personal trainer, I know a lot about exercise. So, the things that help, why I say do exercise when you're going through menopause, particularly.
Yeah.
So, sleeping, exercise. So you have lack of sleep when you go through menopause. Exercise gives you quality of sleep.
Yeah.
Because you're irritable because of all these things that are happening, exercise boosts your mood. The other thing it does is, because we lose bone density when we go through menopause, exercise helps with muscle gain. And it also helps with weight gain, or can prevent weight gain. So that's why I think exercise helps with menopause.
Yeah.
It just kind of matches those. They're the worst symptoms, and exercise matches them, helps with them, helps you get through it. Yeah.
Fabulous.
Yes. So I think I gave you 4.
Oh. A little bit extra.
A little bit of extra.
Fabulous. Yeah. Yeah. No extra charge, just extra.
That's right. Freebie.
Thank you for that.
So now do you do your 3 tips on?
Yes. Yes.
Okay. I want to know.
Fabulous. Thank you. So this time, because I give various tips on various podcasts, right? So this time I want to focus on the new dad, because there's a lot of complaints out there from new dads that, after their wives giving birth, they don't get sex anymore. So number one, I reckon discuss what's going to happen after birth, before birth. So plan for the before birth, because unfortunately prenatal classes, I've been to one from the hospital, they didn't talk, they just focus on the day, on the delivery, focus so much on that. But then what happens after birth? You don't know anything. There's no education on that. So if you come to my coaching session, we can discuss about this. If this is your most bothersome sort of topic, then we can discuss about it. Definitely I can give you coaching on that. Now discuss, I mentioned before, number one, what's going to happen. Discuss it before birth, such as how long is the wait to request for sex again. Okay. Number two, I reckon, please consider what your partner or wife is going through. Now, if she is having a vaginal birth, number one, well, it's the most painful pain that you can experience in your life for a woman. Well, if you're hit by a truck, of course, it's going to be very, very painful. But I reckon labor pain is up there, like top, right?
And you can't explain it to anybody.
Yeah, it goes on, just getting stronger and stronger. So it is very painful, guys. Okay, as simple as that. But then, if you have the snip episiotomy, then the snip will need to recover for some time. It's very painful, and you may say, oh my God, my favorite pop burned down. Once you know that your wife is going through that, which is out of your control, of course. Yeah, the doctor doesn't anticipate this, but when it comes to turn, if your baby's head is too big, then you get a cut. Surprise, surprise.
I didn't have to worry about that. But you don't know. This thing you don't know, do you?
You don't know. Yeah, that's why I want to inform guys. This can happen, not always, but this can happen. And then if your wife is going through a cesarean, for example, 5 days you're stuck in the hospital. It's a big operation. You can't do anything. You can't lift anything heavy. You know, the heaviest thing that you can lift is your baby, which will grow, you know, in time. And you need around about 4 weeks, 5 weeks time to fully recover from this cesarean, because it is a massive operation, you know. Unlike me, who is crazy, after my cesarean, I went downstairs to find coffee. So my midwife was like so surprised. I was like, oh my God, Ingrid, you're up like already. I said, yeah, I need coffee. So I walk like a snail. Or
do what you do.
Yeah. So by the end of 5 days, you know, I've had enough being stuck in the hospital room. I need to get out. I went to a shopping mall on a bus, which is not recommended, obviously, but I'm crazy. So anyway, you know, walk like a snail because it was bloody painful, but I needed to get out. So just to paint a picture that.
But that's people, again, it's a very individual thing.
Very individual thing. Yes, not everybody is getting cesarean. Obviously, in my case, that was an emergency one. But then, you know, something to consider, and also consider some cultures. You know, some cultures, mom stays at home for a month to recover, to fully bond with the baby. I mean, their world is turned upside down. It's such a massive adjustment for new moms. They don't sleep deprivation. I mean, that will kill you on its own. Sleep deprivation, you mentioned about sleep deprivation.
Well, you get it when you have a baby.
When you have menopause.
Menopause. So it's like, you think, and it's pretty, I mean, it's hard at either end.
Yes.
Because when you lack of sleep, you're exhausted from having child and you're learning these new skills.
Yes.
And then when you have it menopause, you're also working and, you know, trying to have a life and, you know, and again, you can't function and, you know, so it's a double whammy for us.
Absolutely. So moms can go absolutely cray-cray, you know, thanks to the hormones and no sleep. So the last thing they're thinking about is sex. So if you can have some sort of empathy there, that'll be very, very good. All right. And then what I can consider tip number three is actions you can do yourself. Number one is self-pleasure. Yes, guys, masturbate.
The 3 M's.
Yes. And then secondly, breathe. So you can breathe, right? You can control these raging desires. I can understand, man has high testosterone, raging desire for sex. I totally understand. It is not shameful, all right? I'm not shaming wanting to have sex again, no. But you can control it. So how you control it is through breathing. Breathing in, breathing out. You can control your desires. And then thirdly, hands-on raising your baby. By focusing on your baby, you can distract your mind from wanting, I'm so desperate to have sex, to loving and raising your baby. So that's a healthy distraction.
Well, that's what happened with Pete and I.
Yeah.
I didn't have that confidence. He was really involved.
Yeah.
I loved it. And doing that together was fantastic.
It strengthened the relationship. And lastly, compliment your wife often. And then after the agreed time, you know, before birth, when you agree, okay, we start touching on sex again, maybe after 3 weeks or after 4 weeks, after that agreed time, then gently ask about being intimate again. So eventually you'll get there, guys. Be patient. It's about timing. It's a sensitive time, highly sensitive time. It's about timing. So there you go. Those are my 3 tips.
Yeah, well, I think what you said initially is to talk about that before the birth. Yes. Like, if it's, if your partner's sex drive is high normally, then, I think they should be talking. You should be talking about it.
Beforehand.
You don't know.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah. It's a
great. So, false and true statements
Oh,
time now. It's time for us to have fun. Now, Cathy said that she appeared on Perfect Match. That's a TV show. And then number two, Cathy said, I won a song contest at school. All right, people, let's guess. Statement number one or statement number two? I reckon she is game enough to appear on Perfect Match. So I guess number one is correct. Is that correct?
that is correct.
Ooh, tell us the funny story behind that.
So the funny story was I went on and so before you go on, you're in the green room and you're chatting to other contestants who are either been on or are going on after you because it's all taped.
Yes.
So there was a guy that I was talking to who was going to be on another time, and he was quite cute. So we started chatting and, got on quite well and kind of, exchanged phone numbers. This was
before.
So that was quite funny. And then when I went on,
yeah,
because, you're supposed to get as many matches, but I got 2 matches.
Uh-huh.
So I thought, oh, that's good. I'll probably get picked. But I didn't. And this other woman got picked. And so when I went out, and because you go out and you meet them.
Yep.
And I just said, you should have picked me. I got the 2 picks. And I thought that was televised. And so that was kind of funny because all my friends that watched it were sort of like,
oh, Cathy, what have you done? But good on you for putting yourself out there.
Yeah, well, yeah. And I did get a date with the guy that I'd met in the green room.
In the green room, yeah.
After that, but
at least that.
That one good thing came out of it. That was fun. Yeah, it was. So it was something I didn't think I would ever do, but yeah, it was good. Yeah, so
awesome.
Funny story.
That's great.
Yeah, you're correct because I can't sing at all.
I may be able to teach you now.
Yeah, well, maybe. They say you can learn. So yours, Ingrid's, let's see. Ingrid's neighbour thought she was going to have another baby. Okay. Ingrid's daughter thought she was going to have another baby. So they're the 2 ones.
Which one is correct?
I think Ingrid's neighbour thought she was going to have another baby.
That is incorrect.
Oh, because I thought the daughter was like 5 or something.
Yes. Oh,
how can that be?
Actually, not just daughter number 2, who is 5, but daughter number 1, ages ago, who's 10 now. So they, at different year, obviously, they came to me and poked my belly. Mommy, you have a big belly. Is there any baby in there? I said, no, darling. It's just fat.
Oh, that's
so I think from now on I better see Cathy because I have been growing. Thanks to COVID lockdown, I have been growing.
Don't you just love the honesty of children?
Yeah.
Just say what they think.
Yes. Very good. Thanks, kids.
Oh, you poor thing. Well,
that's all right.
Well, I don't think you look like you're having a baby.
But I am at my heaviest, so I better do something about it. There you go, people.
Well, you post
I own it.
All those yummy breakfasts.
It must be something to my belly. All right, so Cathy, last question. What do you do to relax or add raunchiness into your relationship?
Now, what did I say? We always celebrate our anniversaries.
Yeah, beautiful.
So it's 20 years married on the 14th of this month.
Congratulations.
Thank you. And we were married in Noosa.
Yep. And
we had planned to go back to Noosa this year but of course with COVID, not going to happen. So we're here. Yeah, well, that's what I think. Everything's moving to next year as far as travel is concerned, or the year after, depending what happens. So we have booked accommodation in the city with a late checkout and have a nice dinner, and so we're doing that on Sunday night, this coming Sunday night.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, because we've just recently bought a cafe, and so we can't do Friday or Saturday night because Pete's got to be working at the cafe. So we're going to do it on Sunday night and have Monday off.
Yes.
So
That's okay. You make things work.
You make things work. Whereas the day is the Tuesday, so we can't do the Tuesday. So we're doing that. And the other thing to relax, exercise is very relaxing for me. It just keeps me sane. If I haven't done exercise for a couple of days, I know there's something not. And the other thing I do exercise regularly is because I don't want to start again. Like you leave a big gap, and it's like coming back after that gap is always harder. And I just had that in my head that I don't want to start again. So I find that relaxing. I also meditate.
Fabulous.
Yeah, I do that. I find that fantastic. And I knit as well. I started knitting not last year, the year before.
Yeah.
And I just couldn't believe how meditative it was.
Right.
Like I found it really, really good just to kind of do something and just,
Yeah, because it's quite repetitive, but it's quite creative as well. So
yeah, that's the other thing. It kind of switched on my creative bit in my brain. So I just started knitting little squares, different colours, and sewing them together. So
fantastic.
Yeah. So I found that really surprisingly relaxing. So that's what I do, and we do. Yeah.
So beautiful people, thank you so much for watching this podcast. Thank you so much, Cathy, for coming to this podcast. I enjoyed every minute. We certainly had fun. I mean, that's the reason why I started this podcast in the beginning of COVID. I wasn't feeling very happy. So many people are feeling stressed because of COVID lockdown. So what can I do to support other people's business and my business as well, and having fun as well? So there you go. That's why I started this podcast. Next week, we definitely will have another very fun podcast with a new guest. And don't forget to like and subscribe me on YouTube, Ingrid Galloway. Yeah. And if you, audience, would like to connect with Cathy with more questions about menopause or exercise, how can they reach you, Cathy?
My website should be up at the end of the week, which will be, or the end of next week, which will be www.femfatale.com.au. It's not up yet, but it's getting very close. I have the Facebook group, Femme Fatale Public Group. You can connect with me on there, or you can send me an email at cathy@femfatale.com.au.
Fabulous. We will include that in the link on the post.
Happy to answer any questions, because the other thing too is I started Femme Fatale because of COVID.
There you go. Seeking opportunities.
That's right.
Yeah, there's definitely benefits to COVID, not just the stress.
Exactly.
Yes.
Definitely.
And people, if you want to connect more with me, have more questions about relationships, definitely you can give me a poke either through Facebook, or you can ask questions through my website. My website is www.kahyangan.com.au. That's KAHYANGAN.com.au.
Yes, it just falls off your tongue, see.
It's my native language. I can't help myself. So thank you so much, people. Have a great week. And see you next week. Keep well and lots of love.
Yeah. Ditto. Bye.
Bye.
Bye.